All right, guys, what's happening? What's happening? Happy Tuesday to you. It's Tuesday, August 31st, 2021, man. I'm back in my normal habitat here. I'm back in the office. I'm happy to be here this morning with you guys. And this morning, we're going to talk about a topic that I think separates a lot of people in this world. The people who, feel super productive, feel man, they've really got a lot of momentum in their life, and the people that don't, right? And that topic, in my opinion, a big piece of that is going to be what time you wake up in the morning and what your morning routine looks like, and what you're able to get done before other people actually get anything done. And so I'm going to walk you through why waking up early is actually a life-changing switch that you can flip in your life. Let's get started. It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up. All right, guys, what's happening? Happy Tuesday to you. Thank you guys for being here with me this morning. And it is, as I said, man, it's good to be back in my normal habitat here. I was working from home for a while because I, wasn't feeling good for a few days, and then I just kind of got in the groove of working at home and starting my day there. And so, but it's good to be back in the office this morning, back in my normal routine, and that kind of, that kind of being off of my routine really made me think about just how powerful that routine is. And so I wanted to do a show this morning on why waking up early is such a life-changing thing. And I think, for a lot of people, we all at some point in our lives probably use the reasoning that we are, quote, not morning people, which, a lot of people feel that way. And a lot of people, probably aren't morning people. I don't know anybody that, that was born saying, man, I'm excited to wake up at 4 in the morning or 4:30 in the morning or whatever time you decide is early. But I want to talk to you this morning, about why waking up early is actually, it's a life-changing thing. If you guys, don't feel the momentum in your life, you don't feel like, you can maybe get enough done in a day, or you're feeling kind of off or out of rhythm. Waking up early is one way that you can instantly reset everything in your life. And so that's what we're going to talk about this morning. But as always, I want to say good morning to a couple people that are on here. What's happening, Curtis? Good morning to you, Daniel. Good. Steve, what's happening, brother? Safe travels to you, man. I see you're out and about and all over the United States for the last couple of weeks. So safe travels to you, man. John Stanton, good morning. Ryan Austin, Ed, and Gary, good morning to you guys. All right. So let me tell you guys what I have learned by programming myself to become a morning person. And I say that specifically using those words, programming myself, because it is not something that is just easy to do. I don't know anybody that, automatically wakes up just naturally, without some adjustment to their routine, wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning or 4:30 in the morning. And so, I want to explain to you first the benefits of it, and then I want to explain to you kind of how I implemented this into my life, so that hopefully, if you guys are interested in gaining some of these benefits that I'm going to go through, you can figure out how to do it in your own life successfully. Because a lot of people talk about, wanting to wake up earlier, and then they do it for a while and they fall off. And that is not what we're looking for. We're looking for that kind of permanent shift in your life that can, really make a difference. And it is, I've encouraged people close to me to do this, and their feedback has been that it has been life-changing for them as well. And so it's been incredibly life-changing for me to be able to set my wake-up time at 4:30 in the morning. And so what are some of the things that you get as benefits of waking up early? So, number one benefit, and these are in no particular order, right? Quiet time with yourself. Many of us wake up and we go straight to work. For years of my life, I would wake up, I'd get a shower, and go straight to the office, and that was my routine. Go straight to the office, work all day, come home, do what I got to do, relax, wind down, go to sleep, wake up, and do it all over again, right? And so the issue with that routine is that you lack the quiet time with yourself that you need to really sort through the things that are challenging in your life. I want you to think about that. When you are waking up and you're going straight to battle every day, you're going straight into, whatever it is that you do, you go into the office and you start looking at, problems. Essentially, you're looking at tasks, you're looking at things that you need to do for the day. You don't actually get time to yourself to think. And so I want you guys to consider that for a minute. Quiet time with yourself is a requirement for you to actually be able to process problems and challenges and adversity in your life properly. And so waking up early gives you that ability to have quiet time with yourself. One of the things that I practice is, driving to the gym. There are many days that I don't turn the radio on. I don't have a podcast playing. I don't have anything going on. I'm really just spending that probably 15, 17 minutes that I drive to the gym. I'm spending that just gathering my thoughts, really thinking through some of the things that happened the day before, thinking through what I got to do today, sorting through my thoughts. I do the same thing in the steam room at the gym, right? There's nobody in there most of the time. It's just me and my thoughts for 15 minutes. And I'm able to process quite a bit during that time. If you think about how long, 60 seconds times 15, 20 minutes, whatever it may be, how much stuff can you sort out in that period of time? So quiet time with yourself is one of the major advantages of what you get when you wake up super early. The second one I have written down here is you actually get hours to get ahead before anybody bothers you. So for me, waking up at 4:30, I look at it and say, like, let's say that most people get to the office around 8:00, right? But typically people, if they get there at 8, they probably get started around 8:30, or, by the time they're done, getting into their desk, getting settled, 8:30, they start working. And so for me, 4:30 in the morning, I'm up, I'm immediately out the door, and I'm on my way to start making progress. And so in my mind, the way that I've programmed myself to think about this is that before everybody else starts their day, I've already got a half a day in. And so if you just take the average, 40-hour work week, I am actually gaining 26 weeks, 26 40-hour weeks over anybody else. And so that time in the morning, that time to really be productive, really to make to create separation between you and your former self, you and your competition, you and anybody else in the world that doesn't choose to wake up early to get after it. That is one of the things that motivates me. And it's one of the things that I believe has been one of the most life-changing things for me, is that period of hours in the morning where I am able to really create distance, really create a lot of space for me to be able to create progress that other people don't have the ability to create because they don't have the same number of hours in their day. So when you think about the impact of that over years, it's massive, right? And for so many people, their existence is spent in chaos. They wake up, they have no time to themselves. They automatically jump into whatever it is that they're doing. It doesn't matter, by the way, if you are staying at home with your children. If you wake up and immediately your children are right there with you, well, then you don't have any time to sort out your own things. You don't have any time to figure out what it is that you're supposed to be doing because you're with them all day, every day, right? And when you think about what happens if you give yourself an hour or an hour and a half in the morning before everything gets chaotic, and you might say to yourself, well, man, I'm going to be really tired. Well, it takes adjustment, right? You have to be able to do it first and then allow the adjustment to happen on the back end, which is, you go to bed earlier. Last night I was in bed at 9:00, right? Because I wake up super early and I'm trying to get back on that routine from kind of being off of it for a while. And so I'm forcing myself to go upstairs and go to bed super early. I was actually in bed before 9:00 last night. It doesn't mean I go to sleep, but I'm forcing myself into this routine that helps me be able to get back on track and wake up at the time that I need to and want to. All right. So, and the last thing that I have on my list is, when you wake up early and you get all of that done, like I can leave the office here at a reasonable time every day, at 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I've literally got a massive amount of stuff done in that period of time. So if you think about the fact that, that most days I am to the office here by 7 o'clock in the morning. And so that gives me a 10-hour workday to be in the office and still get my morning routine and everything else done and be out of the office by 5. Now, many days, I stay here past 5 o'clock if I've got things to finish up or whatnot. But I want you to think about what happens when you're able to shift all of that stuff earlier in the day. You're able to actually get your full workday done. Then when you go home, you're actually able to focus on family. You're actually able to relax. You're actually able to recharge. And not to say that I don't do any work in the evenings. Many times if the kids go up to get ready for bed and, I'm downstairs by myself, I'll catch up on emails or text some people back or, create some things that I need to create. But for the most part, when I get home, I'm able to focus on family, relaxing, recharging. And I'm not worried about what it is that I didn't get done that day because I've already done it all. I've already put in, from 4:30 in the morning until 5 o'clock, 5:30, sometimes 6 o'clock in the evening. And so when I get home, my attention is completely in the right place. And so it is absolutely life-changing, guys, to wake up early and to get in that routine. And to most importantly, the last thing on my list here is to feel accomplished. To wake up in the morning, to get some sort of physical activity. Curtis just mentioned, some form of exercise early in the morning. One of my commitments to myself, probably just about a month ago, a couple months ago, I started just going to the gym every single day and breaking a sweat every single morning, getting after it, lifting weights, doing cardio, whatever it may be. But creating that routine for myself that enables a healthy lifestyle and enables me to, kind of feel that rhythm when I get up in the morning. I get the blood pumping, I get my head clear. I'm able to walk on the treadmill, run a little bit, lift weights, whatever it may be, get in the steam room, sweat. It resets everything and it kind of puts me in that space that I'm ready for the day, right? And most importantly, that time in the morning, gives me time to think. It gives me time to listen to audiobooks, listen to podcasts, listen to something that's going to help me start my day in a better way. And so what you guys do here, I do that, early. I'm filling my cup just the same as you guys show up here to hear advice or insight or motivation or inspiration. But I do that earlier in the morning. And I have, people that I listen to all the time that, help me get my day started and help me kind of gain that rhythm that I need and help me find the pieces of the puzzle that I am missing that's going to help me get to the next level. And so I encourage you guys to think about what it is that you could accomplish with those extra hours. And so that is the list of benefits. Those are the things that you're going to gain from it. So now, how do you actually do it? How can you go from waking up whatever time you wake up right now to waking up at whatever time you want? It could be 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, maybe it's 5 o'clock for you. Whatever that is, let's just say that you are, waking up at 7 o'clock right now, and you're pretty much waking up, getting after it, and going straight to work. The best thing that you can do is start waking up a little bit earlier, like a week at a time. Start to wake up, 30 minutes earlier, and you'll start to feel after a handful of days, you'll wake up, 30 minutes earlier, 15 minutes earlier, whatever you choose, but do it a little bit at a time, right? And that enables you to kind of chip away at that and actually feel more comfortable where you're not just absolutely exhausted at the end of the day. And you end up sleeping in the next day. So it kind of breaks the trend of what you're trying to accomplish in the first place. So doing that, in a planned out way, in a disciplined way that can actually help you achieve it, that is the key to creating success in that morning routine is not, just, completely changing everything in an instant. I call it evolution, not revolution, right? Making those changes over a period of time is really important. It's very important in any aspect of your life to start making those changes. It's like going to the gym and trying to just crush it the first day that you go back. And the next day you wake up and you're so sore you don't actually want to go back to the gym again. So doing this in increments, chipping away at it to be able to get it to a point where it becomes a routine and it becomes discipline, and how just a part of your life, a part of your routine, is the most critical thing that you can do for yourself. And so when you start thinking about making these changes, think about that. The other advice I would give you is get yourself an accountability partner, right? Get yourself somebody that wakes up super early. I've kind of created a tribe of those people in my life. I am proud to say I'm one of the few people that could probably text a group of people at 5 o'clock in the morning and get a response, because I pretty much know who operates at that time in the morning. And we're all kind of accountable to each other. We're all responding to the things that we send each other at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And that is, just kind of a check-in to make sure that everybody's on track and everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. We send each other, great podcast episodes that we can listen to in the gym. We send each other inspiring quotes or text messages, things like that. And, that helps. And so create an accountability partner or create a tribe that's going to help you stay accountable to what it is that you want to do. So to run back through the list, though, the list of benefits is, you get quiet time with yourself that otherwise you wouldn't get. You're creating distance and you're gaining ground on life. I mean, think about this, guys. You get the same number of hours in a day. Why are some people making more progress than others? It's just the amount of activity that they're able to get in a day. And how do they do that? Well, they adjust their schedule to get the most out of every single day. And most people don't look at it that way. They just go through life not really thinking about how much they're getting done or how they can get better or what they look like. For me, I'm 42 years old. When I turn 43, man, I don't want to be anything like, what I was at 42. I'm trying to gain as much ground as I possibly can in that 1 year that I have. And that happens from analyzing time and being more productive and being a better husband, a better father, a better businessman, a better friend, a better everything, right? And how do you do that? Well, you do that through paying attention and really spending more time focused than anybody else. And really, the greatest benefit is that feeling of accomplishment and then being able to really get home from whatever it is that you do every day and focusing on what matters most. And that is, family and recharging and focusing on yourself again, right? Being able to relax and recharge and shut things down and focus on family and spend time with your kids and have great conversations with them and be present. And if you feel that drag of not being able to do that, it is probably an indicator that you may need to wake up a little bit earlier to be able to get everything in that you need to do and want to do. So that's it for today, guys. I hope this episode was helpful. If it was, please, as always, share this out to your pages, to your Facebook pages. If you're listening on the podcast, please click the copy episode link and share it out to one of your friends. You can text it to them. You can send it in a social media direct message. You can do all kinds of things to be able to share this show out and help us build a bigger audience, which is happening. The number of downloads that are happening every single day of this show on podcasts specifically are growing exponentially. And so I thank you guys. I'm assuming that lots of you are sharing this on podcast. If you have time to write a review, we would appreciate that too. It means the world to me that you guys take the time to help me build this. And so thank you for everything that you're doing and continue to do. And thank you guys for showing up here in the morning, every single morning live. And thank you to everybody that's listening on podcast. Again, if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about, or there's a burning topic that you think would be beneficial for us to cover on this show, please send it to me and I'll get it to our team over here that kind of puts these topics together. And we will get it into the show in some way, shape, or form. So, but I appreciate you guys being here, and means the world to me to be able to spend this time with you in the morning. And I will see you guys again tomorrow morning, same place, same time, right here on Morning Perspective. Love you guys. Thanks for being here.